What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Grey Man Operations. Dudes, check this out. If you are a patron, you are particularly going to love this, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. I know what you're thinking. It's what I was thinking. How is this going to get me girls? Let's say you're out at the club and you need some protection. Well, got you covered. Right in the bottom here, we have Myra Safety gas mask. Tell me that isn't going to protect you. But I know what you're saying. Ryan, this is a 1999. It's not a rave. We aren't into that kind of thing anymore. What if my form of defense is a sound offense? 100%. How's about one of those? Too Hollywood for you? I get it. Riot control, right? You're not getting that many. What about the possibility of a sucking chest wound? I know exactly what you mean. I've been there. PSI gear, minimalist, plate carrier. But what about aftercare? You know, at the end of the day, when the deed is done and you might have been penetrated or penetrated something and you need a hole that needs plugging, how's about a full-on trauma kit right there? So, guys, if you are a patron, we are going to be giving away 4 of these awesome backpacks next month, every week of next month. There's a lot more stuff that can go in here. That's just what I had on hand. If you want to become a patron, it's the first link in the video description below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, it's the first comment. I've been testing that bag over the past few weeks just to make sure it's up to standard. Man, it's an everything bag. You guys are going to love it. I'm going to do the review first. Then every week after that, every week after that for 4 weeks, I'm going to give away one to a patron. So get in on that if you want to get in on the possibility of owning such a bag. Dudes, this is a mail time video. As I said, I got some new EDC gear and just new gear that I want to show you guys. Due to my impatience, I already unboxed it. Like, you got to work with me first and foremostly. How nice is this? This is Acura's new closed emitter, right? And those of you who follow the channel will remember I had an aimpoint Acura. Unfortunately, we had an incident at my home where my Acura was attached to my Meta SF, and let's just say that that's no longer available. So I was very sad to lose my Acura. Now, this is a green dot closed emitter from Acura, and Acura has a soft spot in my heart because they are a South African company. And so I'll be honest, I want them to do well, but I am going to be testing it, I am going to be reviewing it, and I really hope. I already put some shots downrange with it. I really quite like it. If you remember the original closed emitter Acura that I tested, I actually dropped that thing 3 or 4 times, held up perfectly. One of the stronger closed emitter optics that I've tested. So I'm very keen to get testing on that, and you guys are going to see that on the channel soon. Now, in the holster I was carrying that in, firstly, I have a question. Are taco-style holsters making a comeback? In South Africa, mainly we had the sort of the tier 1 concealed style holster, but I'm seeing more and more of these. This is one from Stealth Kydex with those monoblock DCC clips. But then Highlander Holsters reached out to me. And listen to this. That's nice. So this is their holster for the Canik SFX with Surefire X300. And I'm seeing quite a lot more. Look at that. DCC clips as well. This one has a claw on it versus a wedge. Very similar designs, but also different, which I really appreciate. I like it when 2 companies can design something independently that is both similar and different for pretty much the exact same firearm. So what are your thoughts? Are we going back to this? And I know maybe overseas in the US, a lot of guys have been running this for quite a while, but I know in South Africa, a lot of times when we go for bigger setups like this, very often it's a holster with mag carrier sidecar style holsters. Now, Stealth Kydex do make these, which I must say are very, very nice mag carriers. Look how nice that is, clean. Also with the DCC monoblock. I'll leave them linked down below. Stealth Kydex and Highlander holsters coming up with some really cool stuff. But let's take it a step further. Highlander also have one of these. So this is your outside the waistband duty style setup. I quite like this. We've got a Safariland UBL here. We've got a QLS system from Safariland. Then we've got this quite unique leg strap system, which allows for a bit of movement, which is quite nice. Obviously, you've got your hood system with the word Highlander on it. Very, very nice. So let me know what your thoughts are on these. I'm going to be doing a review like I did for my Southwest Holster Sidewinder, just to see how nice or not nice it is. It does look very nice. The fit and finish is really nice. I have to be honest, both these holsters, the fit and finish is extremely nice. Moving on from holsters to holsters. So, guys, Southwest Holsters, this is their new Rattler 3.0, the one without the claw. Now, Southwest Holsters have asked me very kindly not to show the wedge or not to talk about it too much. It's this wedge here. So if you're watching this video, please look away so that you don't see the wedge, right? I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for not showing you this, right? But I don't want them to be upset with me by showing the wedge when they ask me not to show the wedge. So if you are looking at the wedge, please look away. This is the MC9 holster. Very nice little MC9. And then I've got two, one with the wedge that I didn't show you and one without it. Well, I don't have to. Michelle has to. Believe it or not, Michelle is a sponsored shooter for Southwest Holsters. And I am not, as if to irritate me to death. Guys, also today, earlier on, we were at the cowboy shoot where Michelle did all the shooting. She's going to bring you a video about that as well. Dudes, like a lot of people don't know, I'm an enormous Western fan, right? My father read Western books when I was growing up. We watched Western movies, The Quick and the Dead, Silverado, Tombstone, some of my favorite movies, even the modern ones, Magnificent Seven. I even liked, is it the Lone Ranger, the one with Johnny Depp? It wasn't a good movie, but it's a Western. I just love Westerns. I love the era. The Quick and the Dead, I'm sure I'm going to mention this in that video, is one of the most underrated Western movies ever. You've got prime Gene Hackman, you've got Russell Crowe, you've got Sharon Stone, and you've got Leonardo DiCaprio. All in a Western setting where literally every sort of like 10, 15 minutes, there is a duel. What more? Really one of the most underrated movies. So Michelle's going to bring you a video about that experience in the coming weeks. I really do like, these taco style things are beginning to grow on me. And I also do quite like that print. Very nice. Guys, please do me a favor. If you are South African especially and you're looking for the red dot, please go and check out the guys at Acura. Okay. Thus far, I've tested, I'm more than 99% done with their 2.0. And I'm very pleased with it. Michelle's tested one. I've tested their original closed emitter and it held up really nicely. There's an African company, and I really do get when Americans promote American gear over all else. Like, I never thought I'd be that guy. But as a South African, it does mean a lot to me that companies like this who are local and can bring gear to us at a less expensive cost. Like, it means something to me, and I really want them to do well. I just want to answer a question. Quite a few people have asked me about my video last week, where I spoke about zeroing my red dot, and they've asked, why don't I just load more rounds in the gun? Because I talk about every 3 rounds checking your zero, basically. And people were saying, after every 3 rounds, the gun goes to slide lock. So guys, the reason for that, and it's quite simple, and I think once I answer it, it's going to make a lot of sense, and maybe in the video it didn't come across that way, is you have to remember, after each third shot, I might have to adjust the red dot. Okay, so you don't want to be standing there fiddling with your tool while you've got a round in the chamber. So I know I'm going to fire 3 shots. If you haven't seen that video, it's popping up on your screen now. I'll link it down below as well. Go and check it out. It's a red dot zeroing guide for beginners, basically. So I fire my 3 shots, bang, bang, bang. I'm now at slide lock. I can now check, I can now go and investigate my zero, and I can adjust my red dot without fear or without needing to empty the chamber after every 3rd shot. So that is why every time I fired 3 shots, the firearm went to slide lock, because I am going to end up messing around with that zero after the 3rd shot. So that's why. Guys, super quick video. I am really tired that the day at the range in the cowboy shoot was quite intense, and I think we're going to get some really cool footage from that. So just a quick mail time video. Don't forget, if you are a patron, check this out. Check this out. This is a cooler. So you can put your water bottle in here, and it'll keep your water bottle cool. This is such a cool bag. I've bought 5 of them, including this one. And I think if you're a patron, you're going to be, and you win that, you're going to be really cool. It's a really cool, sort of low profile, nothing fancy EDC backpack that I think is going to solve a lot of requirements. So if, like I said, if you want to join on Patreon, it's the first link in the video description below if you're watching on YouTube. And on Facebook and Instagram, it's the first comment. Guys, quick video. Like I said, I am quite tired. I just wanted to show you that new gear because you will be seeing it on our socials. And then next week, we will be back with a gear review. That is it, guys. Have a good week. Be safe. Train hard. Cheers. God bless.